Good morning. It is Friday, January 27th, around 7:25 a.m. And I just wanted to give you a quick pep talk for Module 2, which is due on Monday, January 30th by 11:59 p.m. So you pretty much have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all day Monday to pretty much complete this project for Module 2, or not project, but the entire module. Again, it takes about 15 hours to be able to complete it. So for those of you who really have not started yet, you still have plenty of time. You're just going to have to spread out that 15 hours over the next 4 days. So you're looking at maybe 3 hours a day is pretty much what you're looking at for this particular module. What I'd like to do is show you this really cool activity report that I've been able to run. Overall, we have a total of 22 students in our particular class. And as I said, you should be spending about 15 hours a module for this course. And that's pretty standard for a 5 credit hour course because you receive 5 total credit hours towards your degree upon completion. So when we're looking at all of this, that means when you have about 15 days to complete a module, you are needing to spend about an hour to an hour and a half a day within the particular course. So what I want to show you is for our 22 students that we currently have, right up here, this right here is our user activity by day. And I started it for January 17th when the module began through January 27th, which is this morning. So we noticed on Sunday only 4.12 hours were totally spent within this module. On Monday, there were 14.78 hours spent on it. Tuesday was a big day, though. It looks like a lot of you were playing in there. And that was 40 hours were spent amongst the 22 of you. The 22 of you only gave me 8.77 hours on Wednesday, 9.52 total on Thursday, 2.5 hours on Friday, and just under 10 hours on Saturday. What this is letting me know is that for a total of 22 students, I am not getting everybody participating for that 1 hour or more, hour to an hour and a half every day. If you were, each day would be at around 22 to 44 total hours, somewhere between 22 to 44 hours for each individual day. Just so that you know, the students who are doing really well in class right now, meaning those with A's and B's, they have put in about 20 hours to date at this point in the course between Module 1 and Module 2. Actually, the top person has put in about 25 hours for the course, which is about right. They'll be putting in around 30 total by the end of this. So if you're struggling with being able to pace yourself, it's really important to remember you need to give me this hour to an hour and a half a day to be able to successfully complete the course. It's not going to be one that you can easily do at the very end of things, okay? So if you want to know what your individual personal number of hours are, feel free to email me and let me know, and I'll gladly help you. So for those of you who have not started Module 2 yet, let's look at it. Right here's Module 2. Here's what is due this module. I've gone over this a couple of times. What all of your assignments are so you can easily track them. I know I spoke with one student and they decided to start printing this off, or actually what they did was they came over here and printed off the course calendar, and they are starting to actually cross off assignments as they complete them, which is a good idea, just to make sure you get everything done. But here are all of your assignments up front, and then as you see, like here is your opening activity. Click on this, you go right into your assignments. Then you have 3 lessons. Lesson 1 is the longest at this point. Watch the video. You can read about the lecture. You can watch the lecture then. There is a reading for those of you who are struggling with how to write this paper. Right here, click on this writing inventory. I'm going to move this over. You'll see that this has tons of paper questions asking you about your writing process. Pretty much what you want to do, this forces you to brainstorm for your paper. So I'm going to encourage you to spend the time going through this and actually answering those questions, because then when you come here to the writing process essay assignment, you will see that those questions actually help you be able to complete the assignment for this particular paper. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that paper. Then you'll see your lectures that you have for me, some quick practices for things, your reading guide over thesis statements, etc., etc. So you do have assignments for you and things that you have to do. That's for Module 1, and then Lesson 2. Then you have your readings. These will just take you directly to your chapters. Then there's a lecture to watch, some brainstorming to do in your notebook activity. Here is a video on how to properly format your paper in MLA. You will lose points if you have not properly formatted your paper, so make sure you do this. Make sure you do your writer's memo and your paper, submit it for me, okay? I also highly recommend, and some of you have already done this, which is fantastic, you can turn your paper into a tutor and get feedback from them to help you out. Here's the really cool part. You submit your paper for the tutor, and then, which you would do by clicking on here. There's a video here that shows you how to do it, just in case you're not sure. If you submit it, you get your feedback, and then you take a few minutes to do a quick extra credit writing assignment. You get extra points added to your paper. Okay, so it'd be kind of foolish for you to not get extra credit points for helping yourself out. Then ending up with a writer's room, and then finally going to lesson number 3, which is about subject-verb agreement. There's a short video for you. There's some explanations. We've got the actual activities that start right here, and then you have your discussion board, okay, and your final activity. So that is pretty much it for module number 2. If you have not started, you still have time. You're just going to have to give me about 3 to 4 hours, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And you should be able to get this done. You still have time. Okay, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Thanks so much.